And welcome to the actual building video for the Brotherhood of Steel Boston Airport Annex. That's what I'm calling the place. And yeah, we're going to do a pretty big rebuild on this. The problem is I had some things thought out ahead of time, and I had some things I didn't think of until the time happened. And then, of course, you know the game. Sometimes what you plan to do, you can't do. So you just have to wing it. So right now I'm kind of trying to find where the middle of this lengthy terminal building is, which theoretically should be this rug that runs, well, down the middle. But at first I was thinking that the rug was actually aligned on a center slab section, but the crease lines in the concrete, as you can see, are there. So the concrete is not actually, or that rug is not actually completely down the center. So we're just going to do it this way. It's close enough. So we're going to use it as close enough, and we're going to have a 2-space in the middle, and we're going to have 2 deep on the buildings. I don't think I could get away with 3 because there are, and here I noticed that it's not quite straight. See, this part is over a little more than the other part is. So, and really, by the time we get to the end, not being straight is going to be pretty obvious. So we're going to align this piece down here. Try again. Alright, click, click, and click. And click. Alright. And we look. And that actually looks pretty good. Because I'm assuming that the rug is straight. And, you know, even if it wasn't, I could have found a line in the cement to go along with. Now, I put these 4 bunk beds in because it's the Brotherhood of Steel. It would look cool with those in it, right? That's what I thought anyway. But we're doing this first. I apparently have these, after I went to all this trouble to get them in, I apparently got them in backwards. So now we'll come over here and turn these around too, so everybody is lined up right. And now we'll see if the roof will fit. Alright, the roof will fit. These bunk beds. Notice how the size bar, how much of it drops down as I get rid of these things. They're neat, and they look nice, and they eat up so much of your settlement budget, it's not even funny. I mean, if I had made this room all bunk beds, that's the only room I would have been able to have made. It's just, oh my gosh. I mean, to the mod author, yes, you made a really neat mod. Too bad it chews up settlement budget like I used to eat candy. It's just, it won't snap. I need a rough piece. I got a rough piece, and now it snaps. Let's move you out of the way, and let's put some more walls back here. Oh, I'll put the roofs up first. Okay, that makes sense, because it won't want to make the turn there without a roof piece. Alright, click, click, click. Okay, that doesn't match up. Ironically enough, that one was actually right. It's the other 2 that are wrong, but I don't find that out until later. Alright. So I made it bigger because I'm not putting bunk beds back in here. I have room. And I pulled that up and I thought, you know what? That looks fancier than these. So we're going to put these in here for the enlisted folks, which is what BEQ stands for, Bachelor Enlisted Quarters. And this building down here will be the BOQ, the Bachelor Officers Quarters. Usually, if you're married and your spouse is with you, you don't stay in one of these buildings. You stay in, well, some sort of housing unit somewhere else. And if you can afford it, usually an apartment in town, because it's still usually nicer than the family units that are there as part of the base housing. Now, I, of course, can't say that myself because, well, I never actually stayed in any of it. I usually only ended up staying in barracks because the extent of my active duty time was usually just training. I mean, you know, in boot camp you stay in, you know, what you typically see for boot camp. Bunks with, we didn't have foot lockers, we just had, we had even less than foot lockers. We had, like, shelves between the bunks. And so, you know, that was a boot camp, or recruit training, the technical name for it in the Navy. And then when I went to corps school, we were in rooms with 2 bunk beds and 4 like lockable closets on the opposite wall. So we had that. And then when I went to I should have known that was going to be too close. When I went to field medical school, we were, again, it was back to boot camp like bunks, except that instead of foot lockers or the silly little shelves, we actually did have 2 lockable cabinets. So, I mean, you were all in one big room, but, you know, it was the bunk, and on one side of the bunk was the next guy's lockable cabinet, and there's like a 3 or 4 foot space, and then your lockable cabinet. So it made kind of a little bit of a room. So, yeah, see, him I can move by doing this. Give him a new place to stand watch, and then I can put that away. So now I have some room to do something here. And I have lots of room here. And there's my provisioner. He comes in, he looks around, and then he leaves. So, really doesn't make much of a point, does it? Alright. So yeah, I could enclose the whole thing, and I don't think it would matter. He'd just come up to the front door, look back, and then go away. I was worried that he had, yeah, see, if you looked at the top, it didn't fit. None of these are lined up right, so now I have to move all this stuff out again, so I can flip the walls around. Alright, the walls are straight now. Yes, the walls are straight. Okay. Oh, in case you haven't noticed, you see how long this video is, right? I am not actually sure why it's this long. I have a feeling as I'm doing this, I'm going to find out that I put something in twice, and then I'll have to re-edit it and re-render it and redo this this commentary. I'll do it all over again. And I've already had to restart it once because I had a cell phone call on the cell phone I used to record all this stuff. So, alright. Yes, the kids are still busy, Bill. Go back to what you were doing. Okay, we have that. Why aren't these two lit? I don't know why these two aren't lit. Click, click. Okay, they're lit now. Go figure. Alright, so what are we going to do here? See, that's the biggest problem. I spend a lot of time thinking too much. Trying to figure out, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I don't know. Alright, store that so we can put in a window. Alright, we've got a window. And we put that back there. We steal the door, and the door fits. Now, can we get the admin to fit? Alright, we've got the admin to fit. And now she's wondering why her room has no walls. And this is one of those times where I'm not sure. I may have to come back through again and make sure I got all of the grates lined up right. Because I'm pretty sure in some of the other rooms they get mixed up. Alright, so... yeah, I know it's a tax collector booth, but basically she sits there, she does her thing. It looks like she's doing administrative work. Because you've always got somebody at a military base that just sits around doing admin tasks all day long. That's just the way of it. Paperwork never ends. I decided to put lights in here because it's getting kind of dark. Here we go. Light. Light. Okay. So, as a matter of fact, everything's getting dark. I've been at this for far too long. and that's one thing that kind of confuses me because this video is taken from 2 actual play through videos. First one was like over an hour and a half long. The second one was only like 30-40 minutes tops. This thing is at double speed and it's almost an hour long. So at normal speed it would have been 2 hours long, and yet the other video, I didn't recall there being 2.5 hours worth of footage to begin with. So I'm kind of like confused. I don't know where all this stuff came from. Oh well. Alright, so we've got almost done. Oops, I put something up in his way. And see, that's one of the things I had the opportunity to make some of this stuff bigger, so. Okay. You see how MESS, HA are stuck to the building, but the 2 L's aren't. Go figure. Alright, we're going to move this because it looks like you're looking for some place to sit. Okay. That cat is going to be the bane of my existence for much of this video because he won't leave the cat bowl and I can't even select it while he's at it. So I can't move it while he's at it. I guess I decided that maybe it would look more realistic if there was a post or some posts holding this up. Problem is it is very ticky about where I put a post. See, I try all these places, but it only seems to want to work there. The problem is this one doesn't want to work in the same place. Go figure. So, the really weird thing is when I move them later, they both move much easier. Go figure. I don't know how this stuff works sometimes. Okay, so we will put in his, give him his old post, and he can stand there and guard like he was before. Only he's got a roof over his head, so when it rains, hopefully he won't get wet. So we need to put some more lights in here, and we'll move the teacher's desk back towards the wall, and we will line up. Now, having done this, it almost works, but what ends up happening is that one is too close to the wall. Because they enter from the left, I might have been able to get by with putting the one closer to the wall and moving the other one farther away, but... And here I'm thinking they need something other than their desks or the picnic table in the mess hall to sit at. So we give them, there's 4 of them, we'll give them 2 couches to sit at. So they can relax. Because even kids want to relax sometimes. I mean, it's fine if you want to sit at the now what's going to become kind of annoying is, okay, so I can start moving some stuff, except that at this stage of the game, they're all going to bed now, so I'm not going to be able to move beds yet. This is why it's better to do this stuff beforehand. And I'm sitting here and it's like, just go away, you stupid cat. Just for a little bit. Okay. Alright. Put this back over where it was before. I don't even know why I bothered doing this, because I'm going to end up tearing them all down anyways. Okay. Oh, jeez. Yeah, you should be down here in one of these fancy beds. But I see it doesn't matter. Alright. Because really, I don't actually care where the adults sleep. But as long as they're not asleep in the kids' beds. Because the kids' beds only work for the kids. If there's no free kid bed, the kid will not sleep. It'll just stand there. So, alright, here we go. And I realize I can't do that while the post is in the way. And then it's the wire. So we moved that out of the way. And now we can do this. Okay. So now we have a 2-space to separate to make an entrance. So that works. Okay. So we've got this. Alright. So those are all lined up. And we'll put the window in. Come on. I saw you click once. Ugh. See, that annoys me to no end when it clicks in and then doesn't. It clicks in and goes away. No, I'm not going to stay there yet. Okay, so, yeah, see, it's not actually there. Okay, so take the other wall away and move it, and then it works. This can be very frustrating at times. See, those are misaligned already. Remove the light. And remove the other light. There we go. Since the neon was attached to the roof of the other building, we just moved the other. Yeah, we just did it that way. Alright. Sometimes once you get one in place, the other one will go, and sometimes it won't. It's very annoying. And say, I move the light, and then it'll suddenly snap into place. It's just like... Okay. So we've got the supplies done. And we can have a real window up front. And not yet. And you know, you'd think I would remember that I just had a problem with the it not wanting to snap because of the light. See, it snaps on that one piece because there's no lights. See, that's the thing. If for some reason you can't get a piece to snap, it's always because there's something there. You just have to find out what to get rid of to make it work. See, and it still hasn't occurred to me to move the... There we go. There you go. You move the stupid light. Now everything will work. Alright. She's got a light. She's got a second light. We've got her window. Alright. So now here comes the tough part, figuring out how to do the greenhouse. Yeah, like I said, afterwards, it let me put him in just pretty much where I wanted to. Well, he's not here anymore, so I can at least move this over. And look, the sky is already lightening. Lightening? I'm kind of trying to match up. See, it worked that way, but the problem was, is it wouldn't let me do an inside corner. You can do an outside corner, but it wouldn't do an inside corner. So that kind of ruined my idea of doing this thing here. Tried to put this somewhere else and it wouldn't go. There we go. Right where it belongs. Alright. And here's where I waste too much time trying to make it do an inside corner. And it just didn't want to do it. Of course, I don't remember if I tried to force it or not. Is this me trying to force it? Yeah, here's me trying to force it. And it just would not do it. It'd go over there, but it won't make that inside corner. And this is about the time I decide that I don't care about razor green, because it consumes too much space for not very... you get half food and it eats up that much space. So it's like... and I'm still trying to do that inside corner. And now I see that I've got wires and stuff in the way, so... there we go. That clears that. But it still is not going to do an inside corner. Didn't matter what I do. It won't do it. It'll do there. And I can grab this. And I can put it there. It'll do that. But it won't do that. It just won't do that. So I just close it off. The new option is to just make it this size. I think this is the time I decide to give up on the razor grain. Let me just move the corn over here. And unfortunately, it still will have... one of the farmers will be walking into the doctor's office and reaching through the wall to take care of their crops. So, that's the only problem with using these things. Well, I guess it's the same way with real dirt. It still does the same thing. It will put things in weird places. I think that's too far in. So, here we go. And we'll put this here. Almost. You were there before. There you go. Okay. We'll put that there. And I've lost food. Don't shoot food. Somewhere. Put that there. Put that there. And then I decide to move it. Because I decided to move these up out of the... or at least a couple of them up and out. Yeah, put a door here so they can get out. And put a door here so they can get in. And another couple of ceiling pieces. Alright. They're not all straight. I may have to go back and fix that later. Now to occurred to me that I needed to do that so I could put another garden plot down. Alright, so now we'll have enough garden plots to feed all these people. As soon as I put them out. And I go ahead and stick one down there anyway. So we got some corn. Can we get one there in the middle? Maybe not. Maybe we'll put some over here then. Yeah, there we go. Can't quite get it in the middle. So, got carrots. Can I put a carrot in here somewhere? No? Yeah, there we go. Move these out of the way a little bit. And get a Tata in the middle. Tato in the middle. Okay, they're done with sleeping, so I can start moving this stuff around. Alright. Okay, there's that. There's that. That. Nope, not yet. Move this. Move this over here. There we go. Bring this one in. Alright. So I think we have our buildings set up for the most part. Okay, this may be pushing it. Alright, so she's there, she's good. She's there, nobody's in there. All the kids are sitting except for the one. That's not enough. Alright, so here we are starting again. It's kind of weird. I think what I did was, I think that was one of the ones where I went up to take a look at the place to see how it looks. See, I had a lot of this room back here. I'm going to have to put some walls up or something to protect the back. Okay, I need another farmer, so... Alright, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, we've got 18 food now. Alright, so we have 18 food, 18 defense, 15 people. We have the cook who is just not doing anything. We have that stupid cat again. I can't do anything with the cat. Alright, so he's back. I'm wondering what she's doing, and then it's like, yep, there she goes. She's crawling through the wall to do her thing. And I decide he needs some more light under here, because it's kind of dark. There we go. Alright. Then I realize that I have another street light somewhere. So there we go. Okay. Why do you appear to be following me? Okay, here we go. No, move it over. There you go. Okay, we have medical and supplies. B. O. Q. Alright. So we have enlisted, we have officers. And here we need... So you know who's here. This is where the squires go. Education. Alright, so here we are after the grad storm, and we look at what we've got. And we see that we still have a few things to do. Like, this is too close to the door. So we're going to move it more appropriately located towards the other chair. There we go. And now we're going to try to... Yeah, we're going to move this. So we move this and kind of behind. Well, we tried that, but then I decided, nope, we'll just do that. And apparently it was enough. Because he goes in, tries to get on the one side, it doesn't work. He looks at it. He looks at me, he turns around, goes the other side, he looks at it some more, and he sits down. Alright, so my students are in school. And there, we don't need that anymore. Okay, now here's where things get a little tricky. Now we take that roof piece off, and we put in a second floor piece. The reason for the second floor piece is because I was thinking of making the sentinel quarters up there. You know, in a position that I could easily jump to, but that nobody else would mess with. So that would give me the opportunity to stash, you know, legendary stuff I didn't want my people to get into. But we're also going to do this. I think about doing this, and I think this is a neat idea. So I start doing this and watch that meter, and there we go. Not only do I level up, but I fill up too. So what happens? Can I get one where it goes across? All right, it goes across. So here we do the size glitch, which I explained in the main video, but in case you haven't seen the main video, basically what you do is you grab a whole bunch of stuff. Weapons usually works best. The more complex the weapon is, the better the space advantage. But you pick them up, and then you take them from wherever you have them. You just grab a bunch of weapons, and then you drop them. You open the workshop, and you store all the weapons. Watch that meter. See how it goes down? That's how you gain space. Don't ask me why it works. It just works. And I don't need that piece. I think I decided just... Is this when I decide? Yeah. I just... get rid of them all. As well as these. And the thing is I'm just storing them. I'm not scrapping them. I should probably scrap them because it's not like I'm going to use them for anything else here. And I can't send them someplace else to use them. And now let's finish this side. And it turns out the one building goes farther than the other one. But now we have that. And then I decide that, yeah, it would look more realistic if there was something holding it up. Because, for the most part, this doesn't look like anything's holding it up. The problem is trying to get this to where I can see what I'm doing. It's like everything is just too close. Alright. And see, I need to add more to this. This is just one. I really need a lot more than, well, two. I need more in the middle, too. Now, we need new of these, so I try to see if I can stick one of these. I perfectly can stick it on the glass. I can stick it in the junction, but I can't just stick it up where I usually stick lights. So and it won't let me stick those on that, but it will let me stick them on the building. We first put the first one here, and then we just go down. Every so often we put one in. And we connect that one. And we go a little further down. And we connect that one. Probably could have taken that further, but this wire sag kind of causes problems. Alright, there's that. And probably didn't need that necessarily because everything's pretty well lit up. But just in case. And now we need to get across. So we'll put one of the old-fashioned ones. We'll even make it straight. And then we'll tie that in. And everything's back up. And now it strikes me that I need lights in here. There's one. There's two. There's three. Not great, but it's okay. And we need better than these. So. I may go ahead and add some more lights in here just to brighten it up a little bit more. And yeah, I decided to just go with the two kids, 2 rows of 2. And I look for wall decorations. Flags. Okay. Brotherhood of Steel flag. This is Brotherhood of Steel base. We'll put Brotherhood of Steel flag up there. And we'll put a US flag on the other wall. That looks good. It looks like the way it should work. And we'll move this desk here. We'll move this desk. We'll line it up. There we go. We've got a line to line it up on. And we look around. And this is where I try to make my sentinels' quarters. Nice blue carpet. And we'll go with wood walls. There, and now it won't do anything. It'll go there. It'll go there, there. We put in a roof. Alright, we have it all nice and done. Now we try to put in a wall. And the wall will not go because the other ones are there. Now, I guess I could have attempted, I could have taken the greenhouse ceilings off and put my walls in and then tried to put the greenhouse ceilings back. See, I ended up doing that anyway. I couldn't get the stupid thing to go in. And I have no idea why. And then I realized that, okay, well, and now we put the other roof pieces back. And we reconnect. Reconnect the electricity to everybody. Alright. And now we have power everywhere again. Goody for us. Okay, let's center this better. Center that better. Let's add some more. Okay, so we now have medical lit up. Waiting room chairs. Why does it airplane seats look so much like waiting room chairs? Anyways, I can add somebody working the faux raptor later on. So we can have another person doing their thing there. That's because I inadvertently took those down. There we go. Now, there's something missing if it's supposed to be a school. What could that be? Oh, look. Chalkboards. Radioisotopes. That sounds useful. And amazingly enough, I can assign a child to that. Carrots. Okay, this looks like something useful they'd want to know. We need one more. I think about these, and it's like, yeah, we'll just do this. They came from the wasteland. They may need help. And here they are, just all standing. Not a one of them using the picnic table. The kids are using the picnic tables. But none of these people are. Fine. And then I see the cat moving, and it's like, oh, this could be my chance. And then the cat goes right back to the stinking bowl, and I can't do anything, and everybody's in my way, and it's like, ah! So I give up.
You know, like a farm run by ghouls? That's something. The farm's not much, but it's something.
Yeah. Why are you still in here? Move the restaurant around a little bit. Oh, I can't move it because she's standing there. Okay, well, if they don't want to sit at the picnic table, people always seem to be willing to sit in these booths. Doesn't matter where I put them, people always sit on a booth. I was having a hard time getting it to go in at first, so I just placed it anywhere and then moved it. There we go. Okay. Oh, I can move the cat bowl. We're gonna move it. Nah, not with the kids. Yeah, we'll put it here in the corner. There you go. Go away. Go somewhere. There's lots of beds. Pick a bed. Pick a bed. And he's going back to the... Is he just standing there? I swear, sometimes this gets so confused, sophisticated, and be bothering. Okay, that's not going to work that way. It's not going to work that way. Alright, so I need to rotate this around the corner a little bit. Come on. Come on, you can do it. There we go. Now I can run it over here. And I can move this back over where it was. Okay. So, this is pretty much where we're going to end it for now. Oh, geez. Why are you up on top? Yeah, here's where I decide to put in another pole. Post. Anyway, we'll put more posts in. But that's not terribly important. It's actually at a point where it can probably work fine. So we're just going to... We're going to pretty much let this be for a while. We'll worry about it more later. And I'm going to say thanks for watching. I'll put a link to the original video in case you didn't come there from here. Or come here from there. So you can get back to it. And next time, I'll do the same thing when I finally put up the stuff at Finch Farm. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye now.